Is it hard to become a VTuber? I mean, I'll just be blunt with you. Yes, a lot of people fail. Hard to become a VTuber and still hard to be a VTuber. Literally, if you don't have a content passion, don't be a VTuber. There's literally no point. I know we shouldn't compare ourselves and like try to, but like in the grand scheme of things, the market for VTubers, whether it be male or female or anything else really, is very oversaturated, and there's a lot of us. It's at the point where a lot of people have their VTubers and like they kind of don't want to get more. Which is totally valid, like I totally understand that. If you have a content passion, I'd say go for it. If you aren't really passionate about content, then I really wouldn't recommend it. To be fair, is there any field that is not oversaturated at this point? I'm sure there's something, I just wouldn't know. Models are also expensive. Yeah. There's always a niche out there. I just couldn't tell you what they are, obviously, because I chose VTubing as my niche. Even if it's not a niche, it's just like you gotta find what you want to do and then make it so unique and good that it stands you out from the rest. And I think that's also what a lot of VTubers struggle with. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that like VTubing kind of started out with the whole like Kasuna Ice stuff, blah blah blah, and VTubing started off with mostly a lot of pre-recorded content, and then a lot of the bigger companies like HoloLive and Nijisanji, but a lot of them, they kind of defined what it means to do VTuber content. VTuber content pretty much boils down to VTuber, play video game, talk to chat, and maybe you could do some like singing or ASMR or something in between there, and that's perfectly fine. The thing is because a lot of people get like inspiration from the bigger creators, they try to mimic that. Even I mimicked that because I saw that stuff like Nijisanji and HoloLive were very successful. And I quickly learned that it's kind of hard to do that if everyone's doing that. So you'll see a lot of creators, and like the two best examples I can think of that kind of spice things up compared to the status norm is like, I want to say like Kenji and Kage are like really good examples of like VTubers who like do something different, and they do more than just stream play video game. They also like make different types of content. I think they're really good inspirations. Post-COVID VT boom, it really did hit. It's really cool that happened, obviously. I'm not dissing people for wanting to do what the big guys do. It's just really hard when you're trying to stand out. So like, let's say at best you have like 100 followers. Like that's where I was pre-VTuber. I was at 100 followers on Twitch. I was just doing Let's Plays of mostly Nintendo games. And you know, I maybe had like 1 to 2 people stream. Not great, but you know, it's whatever. I tried to be different enough at my debut, but me being different meant I didn't really know what I was doing at my debut. And then I kind of kept playing video games on stream, kind of not really doing anything else. And I quickly learned, I was like, oh wow, kind of sinking right now. That ain't good. And then I have a friend who's also an editor who helped me out. But yeah, it's just really hard if you just kind of play video games. And I have a lot of my friends who mostly just play video games, which that is, if you just want to play video games, that is a-okay. I will not ever tell you to stop doing that. But if you want to try and grow and be one of the big creators, you got to do more than just that. It's why I like to have these kind of sentimental moments. I think that stands me out a little bit, as I can be kind of real with you guys. And you know, I don't see a lot of people doing that, so I think that could be the stuff I want to do to be kind of different. So I still want to have the gaming stuff, but I also want to incorporate things that I can do to stand out. Hell, I'm even in the works of making a second channel. I'm kind of planning it more so, but I want to make a second channel that is Pokemon themed. I don't know any Pokemon dedicated VTubers, so that alone is already very different. You have to stand out, but it can't be too different, which is, yeah, it's so hard. Even to this day, I'm still trying to figure out how I can stand out more and more. I'm still a baby creator at the end of the day. I'd like to say I know what I'm doing, but in reality, I really don't know what I'm doing. My honest to God standing out factor in the VTubing industry is that I'm the relatable guy. And I've quickly learned that, yeah, that's just how I am. Like that's what sets me apart from everyone else, I feel, is my relatability. So I've been kind of using that to my advantage. I really like that I can be relatable to you guys. It makes me actually feel really good, because I always struggle to relate to people. So it's nice that I can have people relate to me and kind of be in a similar boat to me. So it's really cool. Is there to create a community if you want to start now? Creating a community is very odd, because I feel like I'm still working towards that. My community is better now than it was like a year ago, I feel. My biggest thing is I don't really have a lot of time to do like community events that like, oh, we're gonna do a movie night. I don't really have time to do something like that. It's why whenever I do try to do community stuff, it's usually on stream at the very least. And you know, I'm still trying to gain an audience as well. Like I don't have a set one yet. I'm still trying to gain more of an audience. It's a hard process. Find like a topic or like a community that you kind of like and work in there first, and then kind of keep branching out and growing in that community if you want to grow your own community. My community just kind of came at me. I didn't really get to build it up. They just kind of came at me and I'm like, okay, we'll figure this out. And I didn't really know how to figure it out. We placed ourselves here. And you know what? To that, I'm very glad you guys come by every stream and whatnot. Like, you guys are like the backbone of the channel, deadass. You guys kind of came here and we're like, yeah, we're going to be your community now. And I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out. I struggled a lot. I still do. But I like to say I'm doing better now. Communities will change as they grow. Change is scary, but it's part of the growth process. Your community will change. Just from that alone, they're gonna change. So, and it's bound to happen. My community 1 year ago, completely different than it is today. And you know, I'm okay with that. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do to prevent it. It will change. You will have lower points. And then you'll also have your high points. Like, it's just gonna keep fluctuating. There's not a lot to say other than change will happen, and you're just gonna have to keep working through it. You'll have your moments, and then there'll be moments where it's better, you know?